Hey, how's it going? This is, I'm calling it right now. This might be the final day of Final Fantasy 13. And as such, you know what? Because I realized because we're done with the story, that means we're done seeing FMVs, I think, which means the game is done ever really running in 1080p. So I've actually got to set back down to 720p so that I can go through the retro tank again. So now we're on the retro tank, and it just makes setup easier. It makes it so I don't have to hook the PS3 directly up to the capture card, and then like change my capture card settings to, do component video and all that. We just plug it into the RetroTink like everything else, Rick Sim with the first. All right. All right, here we go. And also, Canaris, thank you for the good luck. Jesse, how's it going? And yeah, so when am I buying Final Fantasy 13 2? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. After playing this in 1080p for a long time, though, I am going to scrutinize a little bit. Like, this screen has a bunch of, horizontal bars. I feel like those don't look as good as they used to. $10 on eBay? Well, I guess I might as well pick it up anytime, right? Alright, so here we go. This is, we're looking good here. Okay, let's just get the, this thing set. Alright, there we go. And then, well, I probably just won't, I mean, it depends on how much the game, shows it to you, because, like, I might not even see it otherwise. Okay, real quick. Put me up in, like, the FF13 zone. Right around here. Okay, there we go. And alright. So what are we here for? We are here for Long Gui, who I saw briefly. Yeah, that's him. Here's our boy. I think. Is this our boy? He's got the big, like, plates on his shell. Alright, this might be our boy. So I figured something out. Between last time and this time, guess what I figured out? I realized that I was only ever using Solidarity just to absorb a hit, and then I would immediately change to something else for healing. Meaning, I only need Sentinels, baby! So I now have a triple Sentinel paradigm, just to absorb damage with. Now, I'm going to set that to the starting paradigm because I remember this guy opening with Ultima and it killing everybody. So, let's see if that happens again. So, real quick. Oh no, this is the regular guy. Since when does he have those, like, bags and shit on his shell? I don't remember that. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna fight this guy then. So this will be a nice reminder as to how much of not a problem this version of the turtle is. Then I think we go Decimation. Take this guy out. I'm a little behind schedule here due to a bit of hesitation, but let's see. I kind of just gotta wait for one more hit. There it is. Alright, then we debuff the other side. There it is. Switch to healing. At which point Saz and I can take out this leg. It took me 117 hours, but I know how to pronounce his name now. You know, it's not like this game is voice acted or anything and they've been saying it the whole time. Alright, I think we're gonna go like 1, 2. Then give it the old high wind. Then we're gonna ready up some slows. There it is. Get Imperil in there. Alright, and it's on, so now we stagger. Now, I did really like using Lightning in the party in place of Saz for her extra firepower. But she didn't have enough health to survive the last turtles. And so that makes me wonder if I should be using her or Saz for the next fight now, though. Whoa, this animation is looking real weird. Yeah, see, like, it usually wasn't that close of a call with Lightning, but, you know, because he would already be dead. But I also, I don't know, I played the first part of that really slowly. So who knows if that affected it or something. But anyway, okay, so that's those guys. We are looking for the other one. That might be him over there. But we'll just grab this chocobo and have a run around. Whoa. I just saw like a flash in here. DBZ, how's it going? A little bit of FF13. I mean, look, if this goes well, then this is the final day of FF13, and there's going to be very little of it. So that's another regular one, and it's walking. Yeah, just the one more also. Okay, this is our boy. See how he's got the white straps on his legs and not black? Is that the difference on this guy? Alright, so here we go. I mean, if I kill this guy right now, then we're done with FF13 as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, this guy's colored different. There it is. So, this guy is Long Gui. Look at that. Triple Sentinel. And we survive Ultima. Okay. He has no drops? That's funny. But okay. Oh, he's immune to death. The other ones aren't. He's not immune to slow, though. Oops. We're supposed to be on this now. I'm gonna slow his head. This seems like a good thing to do. Okay. And now, his legs. We just do the usual too. Alright, there it is. So now we need to get healed while we... It looks like we could use some more buffs while we hit down here as well, but I just gotta watch out for Ultima, I think. Okay, so there's another little heal. So now we'll get a bit more buffing going. 600. Yeah, we can probably high win this leg now. Perfect. All right. D-shell this side. Perfect. Now we've got... oh, whoops. Not healing. Or not high wind. Alright, I think slowing the head is doing a ton. I wonder if I could have done that to the big turtle all along, and I just never, like, paid attention to whether I could try it. Okay, okay. Alright, both of his legs are down. This is normal for these things to just kind of stand around like this for a minute when this happens. Sometimes you break their leg and then they just stand around for 2 minutes before they fall. It's normal. There we go. Okay, so now that he's down, he is susceptible to slow, but it doesn't actually call that out. So that's interesting. But alright. But then, yeah, D-Protect, D-Shell. That's gonna be the thing. Alright, alright. 16 million health this one has. But okay. Hit him with the usual stuff. Alright, there it is. I think we can use lightning. Like, if I fail this one, we'll have to get her back. No! Jeez. Whew. Alright, and here we go for max damage. So far, it looks like Vanille doesn't need Daze protection either, but I mean... So we're hitting for only half normal damage. He's resistant to... man, this makes it seem like we need to Infire. Because we're doing like half the damage that we do to the big turtle. We are Infired! Oh my god. Alright, well let's get these hastes back on. Whoa! He's still down after a complete stagger phase? Alright, that's also interesting. Is he gonna... Oh. Oh yeah, this is fine. I mean, I think, right? Alright, we don't have any debuffs on, but it's because we need healing first. Okay, so there's the healing. So now, I think slow on head. Oh! Head is still slowed, actually. Perfect. I feel like we need to reapply the slow, though, even. There it is. Okay. So now, D-shell this leg. There it is. Switch back to healing. I think we got this. Let's pop this on just to, yeah, take this leg down a little bit quicker. I think we can high wind it here. No! Ah, fuck. Okay, don't be so quick on the, I'm being an idiot right now. I meant this. I meant please D-shell. Alright, then give me heals. Oh, that's weird. The Imperil came off? Alright, this is probably high windable. What? I don't understand high wind sometimes. Alright, this is fine. Oh my god. Oh, you're right, it was probably that. Which, yeah, actually, we need a bunch more buffs reapplied here, so we'll just be in decimation for a minute. Okay, there's, wait, no? Okay, now Vanille just needs that. There we go. Alright, so we're back to being fully buffed. Saz just lost bravery now. Which is pretty bad if I'm making him a commando. So I'm going to do this. Alright. What up, Limehead? Oh, I switched to the wrong thing. But alright. That's going to be fine. The head might do something really soon, though. Alright, there it is. Ah, he's roaring. Okay. That's about what I expected. Oh, no, he... Okay. Okay, so he's gonna do the double. Interesting. So he also does the double. Once he gets lower on health. I was kind of worried about exactly that. Okay. So what that says to me is that Triple Sentinel is too much of a meme, and we should do consolidation, perhaps. This whole thing, though, also said to me, I think we can go ahead and... We don't need Connoisseur Catalog because... Well, okay, here's the thing. I think we can put Lightning back in the party. For extra... Because she does more damage. Alright. And so... let's just real quick set that up. Where we're going to do it like this. And then this is going to be... aggression. This is going to be... espionage. And this is going to be... decimation. Is this the order that I had them in, or were they like this? I think they were like this. Okay. And then, and so you've got that one, okay. And so, Champion's Belt, Genji Glove, Magus Bracelet, Imperial Armlet. Alright, so there we go. So now she's also got the Genji Glove on. I am thinking, though, I am just realizing, now that I think about it, though, that we weren't hitting above the damage cap anyway, though. We were only hitting for 50,000. I'll keep an eye on it. We might not need Genji Gloves in this fight, because we might just not be hitting enough damage. But I'll have a look at it. Let's see if this slight adjustment works better. All right. So first, we're here to survive Ultima. Let's see if it works. No vanilla. Oh, I get it. I was thinking that the reason that Triple Sentinel worked so well is because of the Sentinel's general ability to make the whole party take less damage. I didn't realize that it's like the person themselves. Okay. Yo, 12? Alright. So when he does his double Susies later, that's gonna be a problem. But we'll do a renew between them. How about? Alright, so he ultimas. We just kind of take it with our tortoise. Boom, just like that. Pop over here. Let's get one heal in. Yeah, that's good for the heals. Oh, you know what though? I also haven't Libra scoped yet. Okay, we need like one more heal to happen. All right. Oh boy. So now, oh the okay, the slow actually went off already. So now it's decimation that we need. All right. Get some cures in. Make sure this thing's at like half health. Okay, this should be good enough. There we go. Alright, alright. Now... oh, I guess this leg is also advanced enough on its debuffs. Alright, alright. Lightning gets her her 3 big buffs now. Whoa! Why did that do so much damage to Lightning? And now this thing's debuffs have fallen off. That's also interesting. Okay, so I guess I'll like max. Oh no, we're getting quaked. Alright, alright. So I'm hoping now that with Lightning in the party, this part, we get more damage in. Alright, alright. So who's hitting for what here? Yeah, see, we don't need the Genji gloves, I don't think. We're just hitting for so little. So instead of Genji gloves, we could put power gloves on. Fang could put a power glove on. Lightning could put a adamant bangle on. Or I could replace her with back... I could bring Saz back, and I should have used High Wind, actually. You know, that would have partly helped. Okay, we need a little bit of healing. Alright, alright, the leg. Deprotect. I wonder why she's going like, the auto battle is going like one at a time. Oops, I meant to do diversity there, but I suppose I'll give it one. Oh, hey. Fortunate timing on that. Yeah, Lightning just dies so quickly. I feel like she's a liability. If this one doesn't finish, I'll go back to Saz. Alright, then hit this so we can get this other leg redone. Alright, alright. Nope. Yeah, so I think he's really, really good. It's just that I think his strength and magic aren't very high. But, like, everything else about him is really good. Like, his HP is high, but the reason that I used him for so long is because his starting, uh-oh, are we dead? So this is where we renew. Oh, and then I'm supposed to also tortoise. Okay, great. That's right, it's strictly there to absorb damage. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, you know what? Saz's weapon also is supposed to keep the enemy staggered for longer. That also sounds good for this particular battle, where this guy, like, stops being staggered before he even gets back up. Yeah, I'm not sure how long it actually works for, or how well it actually works, but that's what it says it does. Oh, man. Our status ailments are all wearing off now. Okay. I'm gonna reapply slow on the head before anything. Come on. I gotta make sure the head stays slowed. Slowge! There we go. Okay, now I got a diversity because that took so long. Alright, Imperil. Give me a heal. Alright. D-Protect. Alright. D-Shell. There it is. Now take this leg out. Okay. Other leg is, No, I didn't mean it. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, you can't really attack the head, when he's standing up. It does nothing. Oops, didn't mean it. Swap me back. Yeah, it's almost completely worthless to attack the head. The only reason you would is if he had like 1 pixel of green left, right? And then it's gonna take you, you know, a little bit, but you can do it to get rid of it, you know. Or at least, yeah, I'm just talking about the other turtles, basically. Oh, wait, we don't need slow. What is Vanille missing? Vigilance, that's fine. Slow's not off. Alright, alright. Alright, we're doing a lot of damage. Oh, yeah. Okay, I actually think we need to heal before we, before he gets back up. Yeah, here we go. Oh, okay. Get that slow back on, perfect. This leg. There it is, alright. Get some more buffs on. Uh-oh. Okay, survived. I lived, bitch. Oh, whoops. Okay, everybody's healed, so let's rebuff. Oh boy. Why is he ultimating again? I think we're dead to this. No? Okay, we gotta take this leg out immediately. Oh, slow came off the head. Alright, is everybody full? On buffs? I can't tell if something's missing. It looks like everything I want, though. Oh, we don't have Fire on. That might actually be really important. Okay, there's in fire. In fire. And in fire. Perfect. Oh, he's done. He's donezo. Yeah, baby! Nice. Ooh, got the trophy and everything. Very nice. 16-minute fight. I think somebody told me that this fight was longer than the last fight that I did in Final Fantasy XII. Bro, the last fight in Final Fantasy XII was, I'm not exaggerating, 4 hours long. But yeah, you know, this one was, you know, about 1/16 as long as that. Oh boy, alright. Well, that's it. We did it. I beat Final Fantasy 13. And it was awesome. It was a really, really good game. I really, really enjoyed it. They might have been joking, Rixim, I don't know. As far as I know, that's the biggest, baddest turtle. Yeah, I don't know of anything more to do in the game except for if I wanted to trophy hunt, right? Trophy hunting would be the last thing, like getting every weapon and accessory, or there might be one to Kayaroon. This is hilarious. Oh my god, do I have to do it again? I just defeated Longui. I just did it. And so with that, I was kind of saying my farewells to FF13 here. I was saying, unless I wanted to trophy hunt, I think we're just done with FF13. And I don't think I want to trophy hunt, not on stream at least. I think this is it for the game. So I guess it's time for me to just kind of talk about my thoughts and give like the review of the game. Like, here we are. Don't play 13.2. You did 2 hours of resets of the first 10 minutes. Oh man. Is 13.2 next? 13.2 is the next Final Fantasy game that I'm going to play. But it's not the next RPG I'm gonna play. You know, I'm gonna take like a 1-game break from Final Fantasy, you know, and then we'll do 13.2. But yeah, so let's talk about my thoughts. I mean, if you were here for the whole playthrough, then you heard me talk about this a million times already. But you know, maybe you're just here for the last episode or something. I don't know. But here's the deal. Like everybody else, or like a lot of people, I played this game when it was new. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I stopped playing it, right? And then for years and years, I shit-talked this game. I said that it was bad. You know? Oh, more like Final Hallway 13. Am I right, fellow gamers? You know, or, you know, oh, the battles just play themselves. Am I right, fellow gamers? You know what I mean? Like I was totally in that camp for years and years. The only thing that I ever said about this game, oh, I also said that like, oh, Hope is such a whiny cringe character, and all the characters are stupid, you know. The only things that I had positive to say about this game from my first time that I played it when I was young and dumb was that I thought that the paradigm system was really cool, and that the battle system had a lot of potential because the paradigm system was a really good idea, and that was very cool. And then I also said, I really liked Lightning's design. I thought Lightning was a really well-designed character, and she seemed cool. But that was about it, you know? But you know, as we found out playing the game, it turns out that, like, I think my frontal lobe just hadn't fully developed yet when I played the game the first time. I was an idiot, you know? I didn't understand what I was experiencing. And so this time, playing through the game, I found all of the characters to be quite likable, and partly because of the way that they presented them. Graphics and soundtrack. So when I played the game before, definitely, like, the graphics were good, yes. I thought that, you know, of course the graphics are great. I really liked the way that the damage numbers looked in the battle system, you know. Like, that presentation was nice. The soundtrack, though, I wasn't super into just because I was salty that it wasn't Uematsu, you know. I didn't really give the soundtrack a fair shake because, you know, I assumed it was, you know, not going to be as good as an Uematsu soundtrack, you know what I mean? But yeah. So, when I played it this time, I found that, like, the linearity at the start of the game was actually extremely important and completely necessary, and it's the only way that they could have and should have done it. Because the story that they are setting up is rather complex, and they have 6 different characters to develop, is the thing. That's the biggest thing. You've got 6 different characters, and in order to give each of them room and time to develop, especially with each other, you need to section them off into smaller groups, and just play one group at a time, you know? So that every character has time for their backstory to be somewhat talked about, for their involvement to be talked about, for the way that they think about the current events to be talked about, and then for them to have, like, little arcs, you know. And the way that they did it was just right as far as who they sectioned them off with, you know what I mean? Like, they were very smart with it being like, let's put Hope and Lightning together, let's put Saz and Vanille together, you know. Or you know, and before that, let's put Hope and Vanille together, right? The way that they section the characters is so smart for the characters to develop, you know? Because they're always putting them with the correct character that will kind of advance them a little bit. And it made the story and character development for the first 20 hours of the game, like, 10 out of 10. The character development, the arcs, even just, like, most of the dialogue, and just, like, general plot development of the first 20 hours was fucking S tier. Like, the game does such a good job with its story early on. It's crazy. It's crazy that, like, when I played the game when I was younger, I didn't understand how good it was. And so then that leads you perfectly into then, it was about 25 hours in that I reached Grand Pulse, and now it was just the right amount of setup for now the game to open up, right? Then the game opens up and it sort of becomes what I wanted it to be the whole time, of, like, it's really open, there's side quests to do. It's really impressive, just, like, with how big this environment is and all these monsters flying around and stuff. Like, when you get to Grand Pulse, it's like, whoa, now it's almost like the game is starting, 25 hours in. But you are so well acquainted with your party and with the whole deal at that point, you know? And yeah, from that point, you know, then the gameplay just is super, super good at that point, because you have so much freedom with your paradigms and with your characters, and then you start unlocking more accessory slots, and so your build variety on your party starts becoming more more personalized and more thoughtful. The side quests make for more situations where, like, you know, you get your ass kicked, and so you need to And so you need to redo your party, and then you get your ass kicked slightly less, and then you kind of make an adjustment on your party. And that loop until you finally defeat the boss, I love that, and that happens a ton in this game once it gets going. And then yeah, when it closes back in and you go through Eden, and then you fight the last boss and stuff, like, I thought it was a... Besides the campiness and... well, I mean, I like campiness, but there was some dumb stuff I don't really care about, like the big dumb fight scene on the race car track and stuff is just like, you know. But, like, the whole climax in general, though, walking through the city with all of the Grand Pulse monsters on Eden, you know, was really cool. And then fighting Orphan at the end and stuff, like... really, really, really great climax. Also, Cocoon floating in the sky here is just, like, awesome. So, yeah, in the end, I think that this is a... Like, in the end, like, I struggle to come up with flaws for this game, you know? Like, now that I've played through it, and appreciated it, now I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, where instead of there being only a couple things I liked about it before, now there's like only a couple things I disliked, and the rest of the game was fantastic. I would say the things that I didn't like were, I've said this a million times, right? I think that the battle system should have allowed you to switch party members, switch party leaders. And having your party leader die shouldn't have immediately game overed you. Now, that would make the game easier, which isn't the reason. I'm not saying it because it's easier. I'm just saying it because it feels like a step down from 12, right? 12 did that. You could switch who your party leader was, so who you were controlling at any time. And then if somebody died, you just switched who your party leader was, you know? And everybody had to die for it to be the game over. I think that this game should have done that. I'm not necessarily asking for you to be able to bring in your backup members like you could in 12. I honestly think that that was a bit too much in 12, maybe. You know, like, you didn't need that, but I did like being able to switch. So, I mean, that's kind of the only thing. And yeah, as far as story goes, that's the funny thing too. Like, I've heard people complain about the idea of having to read through all this stuff just to understand the story. I did not think that I needed any of this. I didn't read through any of the data log, and I thought that the story was fucking fantastic. Now, if you wanted to get more into it, it's there for you, right? But, like, I didn't think it was necessary. Alright. Yeah, and then there's other stuff like the weapon upgrade system. I ended up thinking was very interesting, and I got pretty into it. I liked upgrading weapons. I liked upgrading accessories. I think that maybe the I think that maybe the status ailment resistant accessories could have been a little bit more powerful, and that would have been nice. You know, when you're putting all the time and effort into upgrading them. I guess, like, okay, so also there is one notable thing about this game, and I'll get into your comments in a moment, but there's one more notable thing about this game that I'll point out, which is that this is the first Final Fantasy that I bothered to do off-cast grinding since Final Fantasy II. The last Final Fantasy game that I bothered to be like, okay, it looks like in order to do this next thing, I'm gonna have to grind, and I don't want to grind on stream, so I'm gonna do it off stream, and then I'll come back, right? The last time I did that was Final Fantasy II. So I would say that is a point towards saying, like, maybe the weapon upgrade system, while I did enjoy the weapon upgrade system in this game, an accessory upgrade system, I do think it could have been a lot less grindy. I think that it should have been a lot cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, I basically spent the last 40 to 50 hours of playtime in this game just fighting turtles. Now, the turtle fight is really fun. It's like super fun to fight the turtles, so I did it for like 50 hours. But I think I could have done it. I think I might have liked it better if it took more like 25, you know? So yeah, that's one thing as well. I think something could have been done to make the farm a lot less of a farm. Yeah, I farmed out some dark matter. I got enough dark matter to upgrade my ribbons into super ribbons and then never used them. And then no, I never tried summoning against the turtles. I just never needed to. Summon versus Longui and see what happens. Try to? Alright. Bum-ba-da-bum. Alright. Well, I mean, so do I go in there and just do it? Or do I have to do something else first? Like, do I just go in there and summon right away? Okay. Alright, let's do it. And then I'll get into some comments, some chat comments that we'll talk about as we kind of wrap this game up here. Oh, he's gonna Ultima right away. Oh, but we're in the right paradigm for it, right? Yes, we are. Uh-oh, I don't have enough technical points. Okay, hang on. Ether Sol? Oh, that's what that does. Okay, yeah, I never used a single one of those ever. I don't think I used a single one of those the whole game. In fact, I didn't even really use Shrouds. I used Shrouds a couple of times, but only a couple of times, because it was generally like, I should be able to just do it, right? Wait, Bahamut? I've also never used Fang Summon. Is that what it's called? Yeah, this looks like this looks like the guy. Wait, what? He just keels over? Oh, that's funny. But I mean, that doesn't really do much for you. You know, okay, so I guess it's like when you get him almost dead, then you can summon, and then that'll knock him down for the last one. But I mean, yeah, I did a poison on him like once or twice. I mean, yeah, this doesn't do that much for you. So my only issue with doing this, though, is that it takes 3 technical points, and because of how brutal this fight is, I needed to use 2 renews in it. But okay, maybe I see. I mean, what if you get him down? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't exactly see how this makes the fight free. But I'll take your word for it. Give him the dive. Give him the burst. Let's see a Mega Flare here. Oh, neato. I mean, that did 1,000,000 damage at the end. There, you know, which is, right? I mean, that's a 16th of his health. But alright, neat. Oh, that weird little, blubbery effect? See how you can, like, see it when the camera was close to his head? If you look really closely, look at the way that his head is kind of jittery. This game's got an interesting thing with its graphics, where, like, when you're really close up on a 3D model, it almost has the PS1, you know, wobbly model effect going on. But okay, so if you summon on them, if you summon on them, they immediately fall. So that's pretty neat. But okay, let's get into a couple of your comments on the game. See what happens to Fang. So I did actually... Oh, I can't show you. I did actually upgrade one Power Glove into Kaiser Knuckles, and it only increased the strength buff by 50. So I was like, you know. And then I wasn't even using them against Longui anyway. But I could have used them instead of Genji gloves because I wasn't hitting the damage cap anyway. They're too good to use items. I mean, I didn't really get that out of them. I do know about too good to use syndrome. I was rather thinking that it was like, with Shrouds, it was more just that, like, I felt like you could do it without it, you know? And so you might as well. And then as far as Aetherosol, I just, like, never needed TP, because I only ever used Libra. Like, in casually running through the story, I only ever used Libra, really, you know? And you just got your TP back after the fight, for that. And then, there was something I was using. Oh, I was using Renew in a lot of the Xiaolongui fights at first. But, like, the first couple technical points are so cheap that you would just get that. You would even get 2 points back if you went down to 0. But yeah. So anyway, I'm scrolling up here. Seth said, it feels like, okay, so this is in reference to me talking about switching party leaders in the middle of battle. Feels like something that they had to leave out due to technical limitations rather than intended from the beginning. Maybe, but regardless, it's something that I wish the game had, you know? Whatever the reason is, it feels like a step down from 12, the fact that this game doesn't have it. Canaris, you really disliked not being able to position party members spatially. Around Chapter 9, they start to bring in a shitload more enemy AoE spells that knock you up, and your party members will be positioned the worst for those. Yeah, that reminds me of Chrono Trigger a lot, you know? Like, in Chrono Trigger, that game had a lot of abilities and spells and stuff that were dependent on positioning, but you couldn't actually control your party's position. So yeah, it's something that you kind of just have to deal with. But I can't imagine a system that changes that. Like, how would they have done it? Well, I mean, you use your D-pad to move. I guess you could have just had a little bit of agency over your party leader with the left analog stick or something. You know, kind of like Final Fantasy 12. Did I... Oh, that's the did I try summoning on the dudes? Oh, poison is percentage based? I guess that makes sense because, I guess that makes sense because, I mean, that's how it is in FF7. In FF7, poison does 1/32 of the enemy's max HP every tick. It was also definitely percentage-based in Crisis Core, I remember. So yeah, it would make sense that it's percentage-based in this one as well. Can you recall the Eidolon and use it again after if you have the TP? Well, so summons take 3 TP and your max is 6? So I don't know. Oh, it also took me until like the very end of the game to realize that like if you're dazed, you can actually use an item in that state. It just happened so rarely, and I didn't even think to try it until like the end. But yeah, like if everybody in the party got dazed, I could still foul liquid vanilla for healing. Yeah, right. I did use more summons in this game like normal. I need to see what 4 Kaiser Knuckles do. I don't have the dark matter for it. I only have 1 Kaiser Knuckle. Did I sell the 3 doctor's codes? No, I don't think I sold like anything. Knock him down, poison him, buff yourself, debuff him. I see. Okay, okay. If you stack nothing but plus magic items, your dude... Oh, right. Then they won't even move around. Oh, that's right. You do gain TP in the middle of battle. I don't know if it's... I don't even think it's... Well, it might be an item that brings TP back. But no, you're totally right. I think TP just comes back mid-battle. Max out the 3 doctor's codes, and then dismantle them and see what you get. I mean, do I have to? You can just tell me. At this point. I have to get off this chocobo, I guess, so I can see what the doctor's codes are. I don't even remember. Doctor's code. I'm pretty sure I still have those. At least one of them. Yeah, here they are. Improved potions. I mean, it's... Is it the... You... So I have to max out all 3 of them and dismantle all 3 of them? Is what you're saying? Okay, I mean, that'll only take a second. Every 12 seconds, a paradigm change gives full ATB. I was trying to figure that out the whole game. I realized that sometimes after you switched paradigms, it would start you out with full ATB. And I sort of realized that, like, switching paradigms relatively often was very good. But I never quite grasped exactly what the rule was. And yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that it was just an amount of time. I thought it had to do with, like... The whole time, what I kind of tried to do it with was, like... I tried to time it with the... like, the end of Fang's combo. Or my party leader's combo, you know? Like, I tried to time the paradigm shift with, like, the start of the last hit of the party leader's combo. Which I guess is what you would do regardless, whether you knew that it was 12 seconds or not. But yeah. I mean, so that, because I did kind of notice that, like, when I got into battles where I was really into, like, I would be saying out loud, you know, that it was like, okay, healing round. Now we need a buffing round. Now an ass-kicking round. Now a healing round. You know what I mean? And I was changing paradigms like every combo. It seemed like things were hitting really efficiently whenever I was doing that, you know? But okay, so... Alright. So I have been told to come down here and go Doctor's Code. Level it up. Okay. But I'm not transforming it. I'm just leveling them up. And then dismantling them. Okay, hang on. I also gotta save. I haven't saved yet. After that. Yeah, okay. I would have never guessed that, like, dismantling gives you different things. For the same thing. In fact, I only dismantled one thing the whole game, I think. And I was just like, well, that's not worth it, and then quit. So, okay. Alright, an elixir? Is that even a thing that I know what that is? Wait, why did I have to do all three of them? Did I misunderstand what you were telling me? I thought that you told me to do all three of them. But okay, fully restores the party's HP and TP. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Elixir, huh? Can you buy doctor's codes and, Can you buy doctor's codes and just do that and just get elixirs out of them like that? I mean, it's a bit of a... That's a bit of a process, but, like, it's a pretty damn good item. Do the summon trick on Longui. I mean, here's the deal: is I already beat him. I already beat him without doing that. So who cares? But okay, alright. I'm taking a look around here and just seeing what else there is. Oh yeah, I forgot about N-Tite rings. Those are kind of neat. Yeah, I get it, but yeah, I mean, I did it without doing that, so no reason to do it now. But yeah, that's kind of neat, though. The elixir item. Weird. Okay. I did it the hard and right way. Yeah, that's that's what's so funny. I see it all the time on Twitch. Like, one really funny thing in this playthrough was when I was trying to defeat the Ochu, and multiple times different people sort of tried to hint that I should be using death. And it's like, why would you want to watch someone do that? When I'm like trial and erroring a like fun, involved, manual, like normal kill on him, and I'm like adjusting my party and strategizing and, you know, like all of that was super fun. Why would you want the player to stop doing that and just spam death on him until he dies to RNG? That's fucking stupid, you know? But then, very similarly, just last night, I was watching Skin Teen play myhouse.wad, you know? Technically it's PK3, but everyone knows it as myhouse.wad. She was playing My House, and, like, she got stuck on what to do, and so she opened the journal and started reading the journal entries. And as she's doing that, as she's kind of confused as to what to do, and has looped through it a couple times, burning the house down, and then decides to open the journal, people are, like, frothing at the mouth in chat telling her what to do next. And it's like, dude, she's having the exact intended experience right now. The exact intended experience to loop through it a couple times and then go like, what the fuck? And then start opening the journal and the files and start reading shit to get clues as to what to do. It's exactly how you're supposed to play it. And that's not good enough for people? They're like, no, you gotta do it. Oh my god, it's so funny. The Twitch chat sometimes. But anyway, that's Final Fantasy 13. We did it. This was a fantastic game. If you upgrade Zaz's tier 2 weapon, yada yada, I mean, I don't care that much about like the weapon upgrades and dismantling and stuff. Like, I get it. There's a bunch of fun stuff to do in there. I did the upgrading. I was satisfied with the upgrade system the way that I used it. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the weapon system in this game. The way that, like, I really enjoyed the weapon system in this game in general. The way that it was, like, there weren't weapons that were just strictly better than others, where it's like, okay, here's your upgrade. Instead, it was like every different weapon had its own unique benefit, and then you just upgraded the one that had the buffs that you liked. You know what I mean? I think that that's a really cool idea and great system. And then, yeah, like multiple accessory slots that range from everything from increasing HP to giving resistances to giving like ATB bonuses, right? Like, all of the accessories were really cool, and the system of being able to equip 4 of them on each character was awesome. So yeah, this game is awesome. So now, that said, what up, man? Does that mean that we now have to place it in the official ranking of Final Fantasies? Do I have that on my... I don't think I ever, like, saved that or anything. Yeah, I don't think that I saved my official ranking of Final Fantasies. So, I guess we put it in there now. By the way, real quick, coming up today, later today, the reason I'm not speedrunning today is later today I'm going to be I'm going to be streaming on Steamfest. And so I don't quite have enough time for a speedrun. I'm going to be showing off the game Probo Rush. So that's coming later. Alright, here we go. 72? Nah, let's do 30... 48? That's probably still too big. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so my favorite Final Fantasy is 7. You guys know this. My next favorite Final Fantasy is 3. And now for a while, after that, I put 5, and then it was like 10, and then it was like 1, 6, 8? No, actually, I think it was 8. 1, 6, I would say. 4. Wait. No, probably 2 right here. 6, 4, 2, 9. It was like this? It's something like this. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going off the cuff right now. Something like this are my favorites. I like 9. Every time we put up the ranking, I gotta jump to the defense of myself on 4 and 9 and 6. Look, I like them. They're good games. I would recommend them. I would recommend that everybody play Final Fantasies 4, 6, and 9. They just weren't my favorite. They were just my least favorite of them. I think a tier list would be less appropriate because everything would just be jammed up into S and A rank. You know what I mean? And so you would get, like, less granularity, on my opinion. But okay. So anyway, much to the surprise of everybody, I would say, when I did 12, that ended up right here. And I was like, holy shit, look at that. Look how good. Look how much I liked 12. And I'm gonna stick with that, I think. And now, where does 13 go on the rankings? It's actually kind of tough. Because if we were to go with, like, story and characters, right? Like, hear me out here. If we're going story and characters, specifically, we're like up here. But if we're going strictly gameplay, right? If we're going gameplay only, then we're like here or here. Probably here for gameplay only. Yeah. I think I'm going to say 13 is basically holding hands with 10. As in, if we were to split these up into something like tiers, you know, if we were to do something that was like tiers, I think it would be something like this. And honestly, there's also a tier split right here. And so here, let's bring it down to like this. I'm kind of thinking that like this is what we're looking at, right? For Dash's official Final Fantasy rankings. There you go. I think for now, right, opinions change a little bit, right? Over time, when I get a little, after I've had a little bit more time to think about it and stuff, right? Maybe my thoughts will change a little bit. But right now, I haven't played 15 yet. But right now, with my current thoughts on the game, having just completed it, I think it's slotting right in there with 10. Which makes sense because this game has a lot of similarities with Final Fantasy X, as far as like the way that it's very linear, but that's in service of a really good and tight story with great characters. And then the gameplay is also great. Like the battle system is unique and awesome. Because 10 did have a unique battle system that I never shut up about. Man, I wish that another game would have a battle system like 10. But alright, there we go. You will never get people's love of 3. 6 blows it out of the water, and 9 is easily top 3. So the reason I love 3 so much, there's 2 things, right? Firstly, it's the job system. Fucking love the job system. I love when Final Fantasy games have jobs. That's also why 5 ranked so highly for me. Now, the other thing about 3 is its battle system. I love old turn-based, non-ATB RPG battle systems, right? So I love all 3 of the NES Final Fantasies greatly because they have the battle system where you have to choose what everybody does, and then the whole round of turns plays out, and then you got to queue up all of your next 4 turns, and then the whole thing plays out, right? I love that battle system, and only Final Fantasies 1, 2, and 3 have that battle system, and 3 did it the best, right? Like, as far as a Famicom/NES game goes, Final Fantasy 3 just plays so smooth, and it looks so good, it sounds so good, the gameplay is so smooth, it's got that job system, it's just perfect, that game. So yeah, I love 3. I gotta play 3 again, actually. That's what's kind of funny about it resting so highly on my rankings, though, is because, like, when I decided to go back and, like, replay a Final Fantasy game, like a year, like, I quit because of my wrists, but, like, 1 year ago, I was like, I want to replay a Final Fantasy game off stream, just for fun, and the one that I picked was 8. The one that I wanted to replay the most was 8. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, why the 9 hate? It's not hate, bro. So and my reaction there is because I did already just answer it a second ago, which is that, okay, like I said, if this was a tier list, right? If this was like a put these on a tier, they would all be crammed up into S and A tier, because it's like, let me put it to you this way. These Final Fantasies are S tier. These Final Fantasies are A tier. Okay? That's how it is. 9 is a great game that I would recommend that everybody play. I just didn't like it as much as any other Final Fantasy. It was just my least favorite. But okay, but to answer why, I just think it was the most boring, Like, I wasn't invested in the story of 9, and the battle system was really, really fucking slow. Like, oh my god, it takes like 30 seconds to load every battle. And then after every single turn in battles, like somebody takes a turn, and it's like their whole animation is in fucking slow motion, and then it buzz for a few seconds, and then everybody fucking stands around for 2 extra seconds, and then the next turn starts. Like, it's so fucking slow that I just never want to play it again, you know, because I don't want to like deal with waiting around for the battle system. Oh man. And then yeah, I just wasn't invested in the story either. But like I liked the characters, I liked the graphics, I liked the soundtrack, I liked the battle system, you know, enough, right? Trance is a stupid mechanic, but like I liked the battle system enough, you know. But yeah, you know, overall I just I'm not really inspired to play through it a second time. But alright. Yeah. So that's that. So now the question becomes, let me check here. I think it's at 4. I gotta double check when my appointment is. I don't think I'll play FF16 right away. I'm not sure. I feel like I would like to play 15 first, but I haven't decided yet. Maybe hype will get the better of me and I'll just get it and play it. I wasn't super hot on the demo, though. Oh yeah, can I talk about the FF16 demo for a second? Alright, let me talk about the FF16 demo for a second. I thought so too, Kaya. So when I finished the demo, I was very lukewarm. I wasn't very positive on it. And a couple people said in chat, like, oh wow, I'm the first streamer that they saw not like it. And that made me feel kind of bad, right? Because, like, you know, everybody's hyped about it. Everybody's very positive on it for the most part. And I don't want to, like, you know, I felt kind of bad that, like, maybe it was disappointing to someone that, like, I wasn't really feeling it, you know? But it made me think a lot about why I didn't really like it that much. And I did... so... One thing that I said during the demo, this is the lesser thing. I'll get into the big thing in a second. The lesser thing was like the violence of it. I just thought it was really off-putting. The way that the story was. You know, I like the ruthlessness of the villain without any humanity whatsoever, I thought was not very interesting. And rather was just off-putting. And also, especially like the like all of the murder and ultra violence, especially towards innocent people, was off-putting. And then also like the Ifrit Phoenix scene, I thought was way too drawn out. Where I was legit uncomfortable just how long Ifrit was sitting there just like kicking the shit out of the bird. You know, it was just like, this is like too much. And I'm actually uncomfortable. And at that point, it still went on for like another 20 seconds, it felt like. And it was just like, Jesus Christ, this is just weird. You know? And so that was, yeah. Did I like Game of Thrones? Not in the slightest. And so, yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Is like, I'm not a Game of Thrones type person. And right, I could feel the Game of Thrones inspiration as far as like this the setting and the way that they're telling the story. So I'm not super excited about that kind of thing. Also, the demo had a lot of technical problems, right? There was a lot of frame drops. Just like the presentation of the game from a technical standpoint was very distracting. Just with how much frame drops there were, how bad the motion blur looked, just like stuff like that. I was very bothered by. But the main thing, this is the thing that I wasn't that didn't click with me until I thought about it later. This is the reason that I'm not excited about Final Fantasy 16. Is Final Fantasy historically, and this is the perfect backdrop for this conversation, is Final Fantasy has always attempted to be very innovative to the point where it's always been very divisive, I feel like, If you take things like Final Fantasy VIII with its draw system, and like enemy scaling and stuff, mechanics that people are like, what were they thinking, sort of, when they play it, right? But it's really unique, though. It's really unique. You've never played anything like it before, even though it's weird and divisive and maybe sometimes even stupid, right? 10 had the sphere grid, which is like really unique and weird. 12 took away random battles and had it be more like just open and almost like an MMO, the way that you just like ran around and just like fought monsters. And then it also had the gambit system, weird stuff. And then 13 has the paradigm system, such like a weird divisive system that a lot of people, when they play it, they don't like. But like for me, I think, wow, I've never played anything like this before. So even if it's not perfect, it's engaging, it's interesting, right? I've played a lot of games. I've never played anything like Final Fantasy 13. You know what I mean? But 16 felt like every game I've ever played already. 16 I felt like it didn't do anything different or new. Idager mentions in chat active time lore, right? Active time lore, I pointed out in the demo, that was cool. That's neat. That's a unique mechanic that, Square has their name for, right? I was talking about how, like, I love how, like, they gotta name everything and tell you what the name of it is, right? That was very Square-ish. That's a Squareism, exactly. Active time lore is, and that's cool, but there's nothing like that as far as actual gameplay. Now, FF9 had a different thing. It was not the active time lore thing. It was like an event thing where you would get like a different cutscene, right? The thing in 16 is like it's like what's the streaming service that has X-Ray? Is that Prime? Where like if you pause a movie, it will like it'll bring up like the actors that are in the current scene, and you can like see what other things they were in and that kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of that, where it's like you can pause a cutscene and it will bring up essentially the data log, but only of the things that are relevant to this cutscene, so you can like refresh yourself. Who the fuck is that character? And that kind of thing, which is really useful, right? That's a really cool mechanic because what happens to me always in games, and it happened in this game, is I play the game, I'm engaged in the story, but then some side content comes in that I end up playing for 30 hours, and then the next, and then before I know it, I haven't seen a story cutscene in 30 hours, right? And then I don't know who any of the characters are anymore, right? And so active time lore is a really cool idea for that. But that's a story thing, that's not a gameplay thing. Gameplay-wise, I felt like FF16 was a game I had already played a million times, You when you were walking around the castle, it was just like FF7 Remake, you know? Yeah, I'm running around, people are yakking as I walk by, and there's probably going to be some side quests to pick up, and there's a marker telling me where I need to go next. Whatever, you know? During the cutscenes, there was the Phoenix versus Ifrit fight. Is just like other games that have a barely gameplay sequence where it's just a cutscene, but you have a little bit of gameplay. Whatever. It's not difficult. It's just a really drawn out cutscene, basically. The battle system. I really enjoyed the boss battles. I did really enjoy the boss battles, but what did they do that was unique, you know? What did they do that made it Final Fantasy? Nothing, you know? It just felt like, Bayonetta, or it felt like, you know, a Souls game a little bit, but I compare it to Bayonetta because of, like, the witch time, but, like, Bayonetta, No More Heroes, even like Zelda has the jump away at the right time in order to slow down time mechanic. You know what I mean? It just felt like a game like that, which is fun. Like, that's a fun game, but it wasn't like super unique Square shit. You know what I mean? And so that's why at the end of the demo, I just didn't know what to think. It was like the whole time I was waiting for some unique, new, innovative thing that was going to get people talking, you know? But it didn't have it. And so it just felt like every other game I've ever played already. It just felt like a modern AAA big budget game, you know? And I don't like games like that. I'm bored of them, you know? It felt a lot like one of those big Sony published games, you know, like a God of War or a Last of Us type game, you know, like it's going to be very story driven. There's going to be a lot of cutscenes. Everything is going to be generally well done, but like, is it actually going to be fun? Is it actually going to be like unique and memorable from a gameplay standpoint? You know, and so that's my thoughts on 16 right now. I'm definitely going to play it at some point because I'm playing the whole series, you know, and like I did have enough fun with the boss battles where like I want to fight all the bosses, and that's the other thing that I didn't really say is that the non-boss fight battles I thought were lame. The fights that were not bosses were like really easy and really unremarkable, but the full game probably does those better. Hopefully, you know what I mean? I'm looking for like old school God of War as far as that goes, where it's like I want to see unique combinations of enemies and that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, remember when we fought the goblins in the demo, and then we fought the big goblin with the sledgehammer, right? Like, I want the main game to have like, okay, now there's big goblin and small goblins at the same time, right? That's the unique fun stuff that I'm hoping we get a bit more into as far as the main game goes, you know, to spice up the regular combat. Because the other thing, too, as far as the gameplay goes, is that the levels that we traversed, I also thought were really boring, you know? Like the swamp, it was just like a shitty-looking swamp, right? Where there were like a couple squeeze points that got you an item if you went through them. But other than that, it was just, you just ran through, you know, the swamp, and then at the end there was a boss, right? And then we got to the castle. You didn't have to explore the castle. It didn't feel like there was, you know, it didn't feel like you had to find your way, right? It was just a linear run through the castle, room by room. I actually kept even getting turned around because everything looked the same, you know, so I kept accidentally going the wrong way after fights and stuff. You know, it was just a normal ass looking video game castle, nothing remarkable about it, and you ran through it until you got to the end, right? Like, what's cool about it? I don't know. I was bored. And so, yeah, you know, I hope that those things those are the things that I bet are going to be improved in the whole game, right? Like, the environments are hopefully going to be more unique, and the regular non-boss battles are hopefully going to be a bit more varied and exciting. Because, yeah, what they showed in the demo, I just thought that they were generic, uninspired levels with boring fights. Is there cool magic? You could shoot fire out of your hand. Pew, pew, pew. Which was kind of like Forspoken. Yeah, there's probably going to be cool magic in the full game. But mostly the battle system felt more like a Bayonetta Devil May Cry type thing. Yeah, I played both of the demos. The castle was the second demo. The swamp was the first demo. But there you go. That's kind of my more extended thoughts on the FF16 demo. I wish I liked it more. And I'll still play the game. I don't know whether I'm going to play 15 first. You know, if you don't know, I've played through... I just finished 13, and I've played through all of them along the way. Original versions of all of them, you know, except for 11, because whatever. But yeah, I've played all the Final Fantasies now, up to and including 13. So I've got a few to go before I officially reach 16, but I might play it early, who knows. Uh-oh. Oh, geez. Hang on a second. All right. So with that, we now say farewell to Final Fantasy XIII. It has been a fantastic game. I really, really enjoyed it. But we got to decide what to play next. So first, let's officially farewell Final Fantasy XIII here. And with that, yeah, you can just tell me. All right. So with that, we now have the question of what the hell do we do now? I mean, right, if the answer is just that she does a lot of damage, it's like, yeah, no shit. But, I mean, there's got to be more to it, given the question, right? Okay, so let's talk about all of the things that are upcoming on the stream. They synthesize ability. Oh, like if you put 4 of them on, it gives a specific buff? Alright, here, let's see what you're talking about here. If we go like FF13 Kaiser Knuckles, and take me to like the fandom site at probably. Okay, here we go. Kaiser Knuckles, Final Fantasy 13. Okay, here we. Oh, hang on. The website is being weird. Okay. Okay, it gives a passive ability called Ethereal. What was it? Ethereal Mantle. Immune to physical damage, but can only be healed by items or eidolons. Oh, okay. So that works on everybody then, right? Is this right? Am I getting this right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. That's pretty crazy. Oh, I've always had a green screen. Okay, so let's talk about what's coming up next on stream. Okay, it only works for Fang, Snow, and Hope. I did notice on the fandom site there that it said that it required 5 items, which would be 4 accessories, and then yeah, so you need the weapon as well. Gotcha. Okay, so I've got, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. So if you had 12, right, then yeah, you could build a whole party. Neat. It's funny though, because like in order to build that party, you need 12 dark matter. And from what I just experienced in the game, if you have 12 dark matter, you don't need a party with that ability, you know? But alright, so next, so what's coming up on the stream now? Very soon, I'm gonna play through Mario RPG. We're going to do a goodbye playthrough of Mario RPG because I am considering learning to speedrun that game, which means I need to do one last casual playthrough before I learn the speedrun. You know what I mean? So yeah, Mario RPG is coming up soon. We're also going to be playing through Dino Crisis a second time to try to get the New Game Plus stuff. And I want to play Chained Echoes also. And Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. I've got so much stuff coming up. For today... Oh, right. I need to... Oh yeah, I've done source farming with Yuffie. I mean, that's part of the 100% speedrun. Is to dupe sources in Gelnika. Okay, what is 5 Eastern is 4? Okay, so in 3.5 hours. I have 3.5 hours before I'm doing Steam Fest. And so I am going to go get my computer, and let's just do some Final Fantasy VII, like, practice kind of stuff. I've got some stuff to show you about Final Fantasy VII, but we'll also talk about other games that we're going to play coming up here. What is Steam Fest? A whole bunch of indie games are getting streamed that are coming up soon. The game that I'm going to be streaming today, it's just going to be a quick little thing, and it's going to be streamed on Steam. It's for a game called Probo Rush. It's made by the same guy that made The Wizard and the Slug, as well as Super Mega Zero, which are both fantastic games. If you like indie games that have super tight, fun platform puzzle gameplay, like puzzle platform gameplay, stuff like Celeste and Super Meat Boy and The End Is Nigh and that kind of thing, right? I would definitely recommend Super Mega Zero on Steam. It's fucking awesome. But now, if you like your indie games to instead still have some clever, fun puzzle platforming, but have more of a focus on excellent writing, character development, genuinely funny humor, then I would definitely instead check out The Wizard and the Slug. The Wizard and the Slug is one of the best written games I've ever played. So yeah, like, it's genuinely funny, and just also, like, you know, the drama parts of it are very good as well. And the platforming is fun too. So yeah, the same guy that made those two games is coming out with a game called Probo Rush that I will be playing later today. And I'll probably do a little bit of it on stream here to practice before the stream. But for now, I'm gonna go grab my computer so that we can get over to that. So real quick, let me change my stream title to we're gonna be doing a little bit of FF7 any % research and practice, because I actually have some stuff to show you about FF7. I haven't played Stray. I totally forgot that existed. Yeah, I drink it. Okay. I'll be back in a second with my computer. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get it.